Sean, you are failing. Seriously, look at you. Go get a coffee. I'll take over for about 5 minutes and we can talk later. If you do that, you will fail. Just think about it. And don't even think about how I can hear you right now. Just go get a coffee and clean yourself up while you're out there. Did you know that there is a direct correlation between slide advancement delay in critical presentations and sheer failure? Well, I did. So what I did when I knew that, basically Sean, was going to run out of Adderall, I set up a backdoor time link to detect any delay in slides, and Sean's clearly choking right now, so you get me. Now, I can only tell you that this is being broadcast from the future, and that's all I can say about that. There can't be any questions about that. Algorithms, quantum physics, string theory, time travel, it's not even that interesting. We're here to talk about something way cooler than all of that, and that's Deinococcus. As you can see, this is my time for a radio. So we have Deinococcus, radio, and popular band in the 90s and 80s called D.Rad. You put them together and you have Durans. Deinococcus, radio, Durans. That's what I'm here to talk to you about. Really exciting stuff. The stuff that legends are made of makes time travel look like nothing. I mean, really. There's at least 100 middle school and high school online presentations of this thing, and they're all awesome.
Jungle, watching a fake trail, caught up in the conflict between his brain and his tail. And if time's elimination, then we got nothing to lose. Please repeat the message, it's the music that we choose.
Deinococcus radiodurans is kind of a mouthful. It's a little hard to say. And, I personally have met the guy, and he prefers to be called D.Rad. As you can see, there's D.Rad right there. I'll introduce you to him right now. Here's D.Rad. I bet you're thinking why he doesn't have eyes. Well, that'd be just stupid. Why would a bacterium have eyes? You coming, D.Rad? What's the matter? Oh, I see. Did you guys see that? It felt like there was some sort of a time jump. I was in the video and then I was out of the video and now I'm here again. D.Rad, I'm glad you found a spot to sit down. Nice to see you, buddy. As you can see, D.Rad did the scientific thing and made his little sign to show the size. And right here, about 1 to 2 micrometers in size. No, I don't think you're fat, D.Rad. Come on, you're just spherical. Oh, D.Rad, easy there, buddy. We're going to talk the mechanisms and physiology later. But for now, we're going to talk about what makes this bacterium unique. And what makes D.Rad unique, other than his angry little face there, that's the fact that he's resistant. Okay, so that was a nice animation made by, well, me, Adderall me, of course. There's all these resistances that D.Rad has, but a lot of them are really not all that studied anymore. In fact, they're actually pretty much left behind. The ones that we're most interested in are the ones that make the most sense for possibly even finding a way to live on another planet. The tolerances for things such as cold and outright heat and hydrogen peroxide, finding the tolerance for them is like finding a needle in a whole universe of haystacks. So you in the back, do you have a question? Okay, yeah, I can answer that. Well, I sure happen to be a fan of plants. As you can see, I've got this little shirt on here that says, I love plants. And there are some very tough plants. However, I don't think that any of the plants are going to prove as tough as D.Rad.
They tumble blindly as they make their way across the universe.
So what we care about the most and what's been the most practical application lately has been the ionizing radiation resistance. I'm going to be using this, it's a GY, which stands for a gray, and a gray is 1 unit of ionized radiation. Show you exactly what the resistance of D.Rad is in comparison to somebody like me. See, we have 2 charts here, and they're in a little bit of a different configuration, but I'm going to go ahead and explain so that you can understand how they correlate to each other. We've got our D.Rad here, and what this equates to is there is actually a conversion. Right here we've got the dose in kilojoules per meter squared, and then over here is we've got a human chart, and we've got our dose in grade. Cell survival rate is similar. This is a logarithmic scale. So few cells die at certain rates, the regular scale isn't going to work on this graph. I did a conversion actually with Dr. Crow. What it turns out to be is that 6 grays in humans is about the equivalent to 0.2 on the UV dose chart. So basically what that means is you see D.Rad here, he's chucking along pretty good at 0.2, which is 6 grays, and the stats on him is that he can survive well over 6 grays with cells intact. Now that's where the difference comes in, is that D.Rad, as long as he's got a cell and a prayer, he can rebuild himself into his old normal D.Rad or several copies of D.Rad. We get to here, we get to the 6 grays, and that's total loss. There's no coming back, even if there is 1 cell, which is what makes him the world's toughest organism.
Well, I'm not uptight, not unattractive. Turn me on tonight, 'cause I'm radioactive. Well, it's not a fight, and I'm not your captive. Turn me loose tonight, 'cause I'm radioactive, radioactive. I want to stay with you. I want to play with you, baby. I want
cockroaches and D.Rad. How do you think evolution would look from that point of origin? I think the main question that we want to ask ourselves here is, don't think I missed you sneaking in, but I'm glad you look better. Hopefully the coffee helped.